why she hops back on top of him. And then I look at her, and then I can see her face expressions. What's up, YouTube? And I'm back at you with another video today. So we're going to be recording maybe 5 videos. I'm not sure yet. I gotta see how this I have to see how the third video plays out. So I'm trying to figure out how many videos I'm going to be recording today, but I'm assuming that it's 5. But if you see the same fit, it's the same day, and I recorded all these videos in one day. I work a lot, so it's really hard to record all the time. Plus I'm a mom, so I can't always just sit down and record. So I'm trying to make it a whole day of nothing but recording. So with that being said, we're gonna kick this whole thing off of a marathon day. We're gonna start our first story time off with Teenage J story time. So this is Devin's era, right? This is Devin. Everybody knows who Devin if you've been watching my story times. High school sweetheart, ex, first love, all that. We're gonna kick it off with that. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about more of our relationship, but it's something that happened. But in order for it to see how this whole thing played out, I have to tell you how it all started. Of course, backstory. So this is Devin and I's era. So this is probably around the time when I was like 16. I know that because we were driving my sister and I was driving my mom's old truck. So we were driving. So we were like 16 in this story time. So we had this friend. We're going to go ahead and give her the name. We're going to name her Kaylee. We had this friend named Kaylee. She actually went to the rivalry school with her boyfriend and my boyfriend, Devin. And we're going to give her boyfriend a name. We're going to call him Man. I don't know. So Kaylee and Man was a couple. Devin and I was a couple. And then we had my sister and her boyfriend. So my sister and I and her boyfriend all went to the same school. And we're going to call him Terrell. So we got Shay. And y'all should know who Shay is. She was in my New Year's Eve story time. Way back when I recorded it. Fake Friends, New Year's Eve. So the girl in the video is Shay. So we have Shay and Terrell, me and Devin, Kaylee and Man. So we all was couples. All of our boyfriends play basketball, so they all literally were friends. So that was the thing. I don't really remember how we first started hanging out with Kaylee, but I just remember that she started coming over all the time and we got super close. So when we all turned 16, 17, however old everybody was in the group, we decided to start all hanging out together. So we became like a triple couple friend group. And I really enjoyed our triple couple friend group. Like, we did everything together. Like, we was like this, y'all. So I'm gonna tell you about some of our dates that we went on. Our triple couple friend group dates that we would go on. We went to a haunted house one year, and it was really funny because something actually embarrassing really happened this night, and Shay remembers this. So me and my sister was the driver because nobody else drove. They didn't have a car. So we would literally go and pick everybody up in this truck. Mind you, the truck was an oldie. So the gas in that truck was like $50 to fill it up. So just know, we were spending money to go see our friends. So we would pick everybody up, and we all lived in different areas. The only person that lived really close to us was Terrell, because remember, we all went to the same school. But Man, Devin, Kaylee, like, they all live really far, but we would make these drives so that we can all hang out. So like, we started like a little group, like a group chat. I don't remember if it was on the phone, the Kik. Like, I really don't remember how we started the group chat. Like, I don't remember which way we started, but we would like plan things like, oh, let's go to the movies, oh, blah blah blah. But I do remember this one time, it was like Halloween, and we decided to all hang out, and we were going to pick them up. We had to plan. We was going to this haunted forest that night. So We always go get Terrell first, then Kaylee, and then Man and Devin. So that's just how we did it, because it's just kind of like how where everybody lived at and who was closer. And I really think we probably picked Devin up first and then Man, because I really think Man was the furthest. I don't really remember exactly where everybody stayed at, but y'all. So we pick everybody up. We head into the haunted forest, and we get there. We all together. We getting ready to pay to go in, and it's not that much. Like, I'm pretty sure it was like $5-10 to get in. So we paid our little money to get in, and we go through the haunted forest, hand in hand with our sweethearts. And I remember, it was like when you're walking into the woods, like it's this lit up section next to this tree, and this man, he's telling this horrible story, of course haunted forest, so he got to give you back story for you to be scared. And he's telling us this really scary story about something happened, prisoners broke loose, they're going crazy, they're murdering people in the woods. And we know it's not real, but like it's dark time, probably like 10-11 o'clock, maybe even 12, dark outside. And it's like you hear things in the forest. You can hear people screaming occasionally because they take in groups in at a time. So you can hear people screaming occasionally, and you're really like, bro, we're kind of scared. But the boys is just like, we ain't scared of nothing. We was like, oh, we gonna see. That's how we were talking to them, because like, we like to mess with our men. So we go into the after he finished telling the story, he leads us to like this trail, and he was like, just keep going straight. You're gonna cross a field, and then you're gonna connect to the other trail once you get over there, and just keep walking. And we like, okay. I thought he was gonna be with us the whole time. No, he told the story and was like, peace, see you later. So I'm just like, bro, I am scared. Like, B, Shay, and Kaylee are like arm in arm with each other, like my sister Kaylee, and we're just walking. The boys was in the back walking with each other. Like, first of all, y'all supposed to be our boo. Y'all supposed to protect us. Y'all took us here. Y'all wanted to come here, and now y'all don't even want to protect us. That's crazy. But so we're all hand in hand walking, and we reached the freaking open field where he was telling us. And all I remember is we started walking through the field. It was just completely dark, like quiet, and all we see is some headlights come on. And I'm like, bro, what the F? And me and Kaylee and Shay, like Shay automatically scared, started running. And I'm like, I'm trying to see what's going on. And the boys are still walking in the back like, we don't care, it's fake, blah, 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 like acting tough, like, okay. So the headlights come on, and then these people started riding these four-wheelers, and then they had on like creepy masks. They had like, I don't know if the machetes were fake or real, but I'm hoping they were fake because something could have happened. But they were waving these little machete things around. They were screaming, acting like maniacs, driving towards us in the freaking open field. And that was enough for me. I started running. Kaylee started running. Like, we just started running. And the field was so big, and we just started running. But we didn't even like get super far before they started like circling us and stuff and screaming. And I cut through that little circle. I didn't care, bro. I started running. Like, I was not about to stop running. I was so scared. And all of us are just running. You got Shay, you got me, you got Kaylee. We were running through the trail, because now at this point we reached the other trail. And all it's people like popping out, scaring us, coming through the other side of the woods. Like, we were terrified. And we ran the whole thing. Like, we was not about to stop. I didn't want to just, be like those people like, oh, this is all fake. I don't care. It's fake. And then the whole time it's real. Oh, anyways. And whole time is real prisoners that broke out and was killing people for real, and they didn't know, like, how movies be when they start off fake and then they end real. Like, I wasn't trying to figure that out. So we was running, and I can see the end of the trail. Like, I can see the street. So I'm like, it's right there. We gotta go. So we was running, and then like right towards the end, we heard, wah! And then it was like these like three like clown thingies at the very end of the trail, and we just screamed. We didn't even stop. We screamed, ran straight through until we got to the end to the road. So we're at the road and we're just standing there, and all we see coming walking, and we heard the ball time again, and they didn't even get scared. It was our boyfriends. Like, they did not care. They was like, okay, like, this wasn't scary. Like, y'all are babies, blah, 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 blah. So, y'all, so the whole haunted forest thing is over. We had a good time. Well, we didn't really get to enjoy it, but it was somewhat fun. It was fun because I actually got my money's worth of being scared. So we headed back to the little truck, and we were gonna go like to McDonald's or something, because we always get food after, and not like restaurant food. Mind you, we're teenagers in high school. We're not about to go to freaking Longhorn. We're not about to go to Applebee's right now. Like, we're going to fast food. So we were about to get ready to go get something to eat, because it's, at this point, I'm telling you, it's late. Like, I don't remember what time we went out of there. It's probably like 10, 11, 12, you know, so the haunted forest wasn't that long. We didn't walk. I'm pretty sure it would have been longer if we would have walked, but we were scared, so we ran the whole thing, so it was really quick, actually. So we're like, let's go get something to eat. We're hungry, blah, 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 blah. So this is usually how we would sit. I would sit in the front seat with my sister, because my sister was always the driver. I was the passenger princess. And sometimes I would sit in the back with my boyfriend, but like just this day, we actually got in the front seat. Kaylee and her boyfriend, because like it's a truck, so it's the front seats, the middle seats, and back seats. In the back seats, you have to let that middle seat down in order for them to get out. There's no doors or anything back there. You know how trucks are set up. So Kaylee and Man got all the way in the back. Our boyfriends got in the middle, and we got in the front. So I started playing this song when we I was about to stop playing this song, but I'm gonna tell you what the song is in a second, because I gotta tell you the funny part. So when I say we got our mom's old truck, I mean hoopty, like, yes, it was hoopty. This was so embarrassing, y'all, and to this day they really thought we was playing, but we was not. My sister trying to crank up the freaking truck, y'all. Tell me why it's not cranking up, and it just said like, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. And then you hear Devin in the background like, man, y'all stop playing and crank up the car. And me and my sister are just looking at each other, and we're laughing. We're laughing because, one, it's embarrassing, and two, we're not playing. The car really won't start. So she doing it. She did like 3-4 times, and then finally the car crunked up, and he was like, man, y'all play too much. And we're just looking like, we wasn't playing. But anyways, y'all, so I started playing. Once she did get the car to crank up, and they would do that every so often. It wouldn't always do it. So like every other time when they would get in the car, it would start up normal, but the car was like on the verge of breaking down. So sometimes it would mess up like that. Oh, the truck, sorry. So I started playing this song. This was my song. I don't know why I was so addicted. It had me in a chokehold. It was literally I don't have no type. Bad bitches is the only thing that I like. I play that song all the time. Like every time they would get in the car, I'm hook up to the aux. I don't got no type. Y'all, I play that song all the time. Like, they was like, dang, you playing that song? I'm like, bruh, play another song. This is my song. What are you talking about? I'm not playing another song. I'm gonna play this song right here. This is my song. But anyways, so I played that song or whatever. I'm pretty sure I played it multiple times on that drive. I don't care. This is our car, truck. So get over it. That's how I was feeling. But yeah, y'all. So go get something to eat, take them home, blah, 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 blah. So that was one of our little date nights things. Like, you kind of, I almost said this dude's name. I almost said his name. Okay, so that was our date nights. You can kind of tell. Man, he was always like really quiet, but he was also really funny. Devin was really outspoken, extra goofy. Me and him went hand in hand with each other. Kaylee was like loud and exotic and fun and outgoing. Terrell, he kind of was like nonchalant, but he was real cool too. Like, you know, he was like the bros, so he was real cool. everybody got along with each other perfectly. And then it was me and my sister. We're automatically super duper clowns. So our friend couple group was so fun. Like the personalities just went hand in hand with each other, y'all. Like it was fun. Like I really miss it, but I'm not saying I want to go back and be a couple and them to be couples, because everybody moved on with their lives. Nobody is together no more. I mean, that's high school. You think you're gonna end up with somebody, you think you're gonna be with somebody for a long time, and then you don't. So yeah, but I mean, I do miss the vibes. But we're gonna get into why the reason that we're telling this story. Okay, so also in this time, I'm pretty sure the Halloween haunted house story time that actually took place after this. So just know the vibes never changed in the friend group. So that was after, because it was fair time, right? So we were all going to the fair. I told that story time first is so you can see kind of how we all were, and this is after what happened, so you could tell that we were still really good friends after this. So it was nothing weird. Like it was just, this story time was crazy. So now the story I'm about to tell is what happened before the haunted house date night. So I don't remember who put it in the group. They were like, hey, the fair's in town, we shall go to the fair this weekend, blah 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 blah. Mind you, teenagers in high school, broke. I don't even think we got our first job until we was like 17. So our mom was funding all these activities, by the way. But we was like, oh, Mom, can we go to the fair, blah 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 blah. And she was like, she don't care. And we was like, we need money. She gave us money or whatever. So we gonna go to the fair. Y'all, we picked up them. We probably went to the fair like, oh, and mind you, y'all, remember October, it's really 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 cold. So we picked them up. We were riding all the way to the fair where we live at, and we're like bumping music. I'm pretty sure I played No Type again, because I don't got no type. That was my song. They could get mad all they want, but that was my song, y'all. So we reached the fairgrounds, and we get out. We pay to get in, and it's really cold. Like it's so cold, and I'm like, oh no, I need a jacket. But luckily, I always keep stuff in the car, like, and I still do that to this day. Like I keep shoes, extra clothes. Like I don't know why, I just keep stuff in the car all the time. So I had a hoodie in there. Tell me what I had. The only jacket I had in there was a green and gray hoodie with a Nike check on it. Too cold, I need a jacket. I put that right on, y'all. I did not care. With this dang on different color hoodie, and my outfit don't even match the outfit. But anyways, that was irrelevant. So we paid to get in. I had this hoodie on, I don't care. And I'm so cold, I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to get on no rides, because everything spins in a circle. If you don't notice that at the fair, all of the rides spin in a circle. It's too cold for that. All that wind just hitting you, like it's cold. So I'm like hugged up on Devin. Devin's hugging me. Terrell and Shay decided to go take their little lovely stroll around the fair together. Man and Kaylee was standing next to me and Devin, hugged up on each other. So, you know, we just hugged up. We literally was missing one couple. I don't even know where they went at. I think they went to go like talk to people, because mind you, this is high school. So I'm pretty sure there's other people that we know out there, and they probably went to go chip, run him out. And we were just standing there, and so keep this in mind. Remember, I said teenagers in high school, no jobs, and we'd be doing all of this stuff. So my mom actually gave Shay and I a good bit of money, so we could have like got on rides, we could have got food. So Devin had money. I'm not sure how much money he had, because most of the time when you're in high school, the dude can't always pay for everything. So we would either, he would pay or I would pay, or do what we could do. Same goes with Shay and Terrell. Now, Man on the other hand, Kaylee paid for everything, because Man never had money for some reason. So I'm pretty sure she paid for him to get in. She always paid for his food. If we went to the movie, she paid for his movie tickets. Like, he never had money. But, like, we all got different parents, so we can't really judge. But, yeah. So I remember we were talking about going to McDonald's after this, because, you know, she didn't want to pay for fair food. It's too expensive. So we were all talking about going to McDonald's after this, and we were like, yeah, we're gonna go to McDonald's, blah, 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 blah. And they were like, it's really cold, like, let's go sit in the car for a little bit, turn the heater on. So I was like, bet, because I'm cold. And I think Shay had the key. So she had the key. So I think we ended up finding them and getting the key. They didn't want to go sit in the car. So we was like, cool, we're going to take the keys and we're going to go out the gate, go sit in the car. So we get to the car, the truck. Sorry, I keep saying car. We get to the truck, and remember how I said it's like 3 sections. So I was like, I want to sit next to Devin because, you know, I want to my mans. So me and Devin actually gets in the back room. Remember, you have to put that seat down and climb out. Remember that. So we put the seat down and we get in the back. They lifted up the seat and they get in the middle. I think it was either Kaylee or Mari. They cranked up the car, cranked up as normal. No, well, none of that. Cranked up as normal. They turned the heater on, start playing a little music or whatever. We just chilling in the car. We're talking. I'm talking to Devin. Kaylee's talking to Man. And before I get deeper into this, Kaylee, I love her. Still to this day, I love her. So this is not a bash. She was a wild, wild girl. Just know that. She was a very wild girl. And at this time in my life, I was not doing none of that. I was 16. I didn't start having sex yet. But she had already been, you know, doing stuff. So this wasn't her first rodeo. This wasn't her first time. But let me get into how it happened. So we just kiss, talking. And they kiss, talking. But then they started doing more kissy, and let's talky. And I'm just like, okay. But I was like trying to ignore it because at the end of the day, like, you know, they don't get to see each other. Like, yes, they go to the same school, but they don't really get to hang out outside of school. I keep saying this boy's real name. I think Man had strict parents, and Kaylee had strict parents, so they didn't get to see each other outside of school like that for real. So when, like, with us picking them up, I actually did them a favor. But with Man and Kaylee, like, every time they got to see each other, it was just like, you know, we need to be together, we need to be like this. Even though they went to the same school, I didn't get to see Devin at all. We didn't go to the same school. So but we got to see each other on weekends because both of our parents was really cool. So we still got to see. Remember, this was after his mama did all that crazy stuff and was breaking us up. This was after that. At this point in our relationship, she liked me. So she stopped doing all that weird stuff. So she started becoming really, really cool. So I would go to his house on the weekends. He would come to my house on the weekends. Like, we would see each other all the time. So I didn't, like, you know, have to rush to do anything with him because I see him all the time. So anyways, very irrelevant. They started doing more kissy and less talky, y'all. And all of a sudden, like, me and Devin just talking. We started, like, peeping, but we wasn't, like, trying to say nothing for real. All of a sudden, she gets on top of his lap. Mind you, we're in the back seat. They're in the middle seat. They're sitting directly in the, like, closer to the door, but also, like, not directly, like, where you can see out the window. So they're sitting closer to the door where you let the seat down. So they're, like, right there. And I'm sitting closer to the door side on their side because that's just the way I got in. And Devin got his little legs stretched out and we're talking. So we're not sitting right beside each other, but still. So she gets on top of his lap and she's face towards me so I can see her face. But, like, y'all, I'm trying not to judge my homegirl. So I can see her face. So she started kissing her man, and I'm just trying to ignore him, like, okay. And me and Devin are, like, looking at each other like, you know, what the fuck are they doing? Like, you know, but at the same time, like, she my friend, that's his homeboy. We both not trying to cock block, but I'm just like, I don't know. Like, in my heart, I just know they're not about to do the nasty. Like, they could be like, hey, y'all can get out. Like, we about to, I'd be completely cool with that. Just make sure it don't smell like fish chips when we come back, you know? But they didn't say nothing, so I didn't think that they were going to do anything besides that. Maybe they just wanted to do a little grindy grind. I don't know. Y'all, so all of a sudden, she gets off of him. So I'm like, okay, they about to chill out, they about to cool out. So me and Devin started paying attention to each other. And we were just talking and blah, blah, blah. I could see her moving, but like I was kind of ignoring it at two, because at the same time, like, I don't think they about to do nothing for real. Tell me why she hops back on top of him. And then I look at her, and then I can see her face expressions. Yeah, this girl started getting it in right there. And then it's not even like she was trying to be quiet about it. She is moaning mad loud. Like, me and I literally scooted on his side of the car, and I covered his ears, and I turned his face to face out that little back window. And me and him were just like trying to ignore it. And he kept whispering in my ear. He was like, what the fuck? Like, what are they doing? Like he was like, kick him out the car and shit. Like, I'm like, no, like, I don't know what to do. Like, she's my friend, and I know how her people is, and I know how his people is, and I'm not trying to cop block. I don't want to see it, but I don't, like, they already started, so I don't know. It's really awkward, and she's moaning super loud, and I'm like, and mind y'all, they didn't even do it for a super long time. Like, let's say like it was like 3-4 minutes max. Like, it was not long. And they finished up, like, but it was still very awkward, because it's like, at least be quiet about it, you feel me, if you're gonna do it, or at least tell us to get out, because y'all trying to do something. When they finished, she get off of him, and they look back at us, and they just start busting out laughing, and we were just looking like, okay. So we decided, we like, yeah, let's get out the car. And they're like, okay. They fix themselves up, blah, blah, blah. They get out, they let that seat down, and goes down. And we get out, we climb out. So we just awkwardly walking back to the fairgrounds, and I didn't say nothing right when we got to my sister, but when I pulled my sister to the side, I'm like, girl, you would not believe what just happened. And she said, what just happened? And I said, why man and Kaylee just did a nasty right in front of me and Devin? And she was like, are you for real? Where? And I was like, in the truck. She was like, in our truck. Like, but she was laughing, like she wasn't mad about it. But I'm just like, yeah, like right in front of us, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't want to like say it in front of like Terrell, even though he's gonna find out eventually. But I didn't want to say it right in front of him, because it's at the end of the day, like, I didn't want to do it like, you know, make it seem like I'm trying to embarrass her or make her a joke or whatever, because that's her body. She can do whatever she want to do. It was just a really awkward situation, but we were still all super cool. After that, obviously we went to the haunted grounds together, the haunted fair. What's it? Not the haunted fair, the haunted forest together. So like, we was all still super cool. We didn't only stop being a friend group until like Kaylee and Man broke up, and then eventually me and Devin broke up, and eventually Shay and Terrell, they lasted the longest. And we will always say that, like, we was like, I wonder which one of us are gonna break up first. But you know, obviously everybody like, oh, y'all are gonna break up first, y'all are gonna break up first, no, y'all are gonna break up first. But no, that was the order. It was Kaylee and Man, me and Devin, and then eventually, but Shay and Terrell lasted a long time. They stayed together for a very long time, and I did stay with Devin for a long time. We broke up, I think about senior year we broke up, but Shay and Terrell stayed together like even after high school. Like, they were still a thing. But I never got back with Devin after that. And we're gonna get more into Devin's story time, so you understand why. But yeah, so this was just a little quick story time about our triple couple friend group that had turned a little sour. And yeah, never again. Me to this day, I'll be like, let us out of this car if y'all gonna do something. I was very quiet back then, so I didn't like really be very open, like, hey, like, can we get out, or like make it awkward. I don't like awkward situations. But now, like, no. But anyways, I'm not sure what order I'm gonna post the stories, but so I hope you enjoyed this story of my marathon. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't like this video, sorry, I'm just not the girl for you, and I hope you found what you're looking for. Also, I'm trying to post as much as I can. Like I said, I work, and my mom, it's really hard to always record. So that's why I'm spending this time recording now, so that I can have videos on my channel. But with all that being said, Queen J out.